Greetings to you all! On this channel I have shown you the ins and outs of more than half a dozen cinemas across London and even more beyond London and the UK, including Pictureville, Pathé in Amsterdam, Forum Cinemas Vingis in Vilnius and Traumpalast IMAX in Leonberg. In today's video I would like to draw your attention to another remarkable London cinema, Picturehouse Central. This is the place with a long and fascinating history dating back as far as 1896, having gone through a numerous transformation before eventually becoming Picturehouse Central in 2015. Today, Picturehouse Central is a modern premium cinema with a distinct bohemian character aimed at the audiences seeking a deeper and more atmospheric experience than just another shopping center multiplex. Across its multiple screens, the cinema is capable of presenting film in a wide variety of formats, including modern DCP presentations with Dolby Atmos sound in the largest auditorium, as well as 16, 35 and the glorious 70mm motion picture film. I had the great opportunity to interview Picturehouse Central's lead technical manager, Dan Greentree, who shared a fascinating insights into the cinema, its history, its day-to-day operations and even showed me some lesser-known hidden locations within the building. So, if you're looking for a more special place to watch a movie in London, this video is definitely for you. And just before we begin, I have one quick request. Please consider subscribing, giving this video a like, leaving a comment or hitting the notification bell. All of this helps the channel to reach a wider audience and allow me to keep making content like this. And if you would like to support BoardTech channel directly, you can use this super thanks feature here on YouTube or consider becoming a patron on Patreon. All the links you need are in the video description below. For me, it was quite surprising to discover such a huge venue right in the heart of central London, with the multiple cinema screens, cafe, restaurant and even a rooftop terrace. It's a place I walked past countless times without even realizing what was inside. But rather than hearing it from me, I think Dan can explain the story of Picturehouse Central far better than I can.
Hi, I'm Dan Greentree, the lead technical manager here at Picturehouse Central. I've been working in the cinema industry for about 10 years now, across various different cinemas. I've been leading the team here at Picturehouse Central for just over a year and a half now. I'm very fortunate to have a team of projectionists, Chris, Andre and Michael, who help run every show that you see here on the big screen at Picturehouse Central.
From my own observations, it seems that cinema goers are rediscovering motion picture film. As interest in traditional film presentations continue to grow, Picturehouse Central has embraced this renewed enthusiasm, offering audiences the opportunity to experience movies on film once again.
Picturehouse Cinemas was founded in 1989, and we currently have over 20 sites across the UK. We really like to show films on film. At Picturehouse Central, we've got 3 screens which are capable of running film. So whenever we do get the chance, we do and can show 35mm. So we've got screen 1, which is just over 341 seats. We've got a Cinemecanica Victoria 8 projector, which is dual gauge, so it can run both 35mm and 70mm films. And we have just recommissioned a 16mm projector, so potentially watch the space for any 16mm performances here. The total capacity of Picturehouse Central is just shy of 1,000 across our 7 screens. As well as running 35 and 70mm screen 1, we do have a Christie RGB laser with Dolby Atmos speakers in this auditorium, which to me is actually quite important as an offering. When we do show 35mm or 70mm films, obviously there's a big assembly process for them. Recently we did Marty Supreme on 70mm, so that took roughly 2 days to build in and amongst different events and public shows that we're running that week. And then we obviously rehearse the print before we actually show it to the public to make sure we're happy with the print and then note any defects or anything that we find with the print in relation to sound, so we can just pass that on to whoever gets the print next or pass it on to the studio themselves.
Personally, when it comes to cinemas, I care about things like screen size, projector capabilities, speaker layout, and all the different presentation formats. But not everyone is obsessed with cinema technology as I am. For many people, a great cinema experience can be as simple as enjoying a good cup of coffee and having conversation before a movie in a comfortable and welcoming environment.
Here at Picturehouse Central, not only do we show films, we're very fortunate here that we have cafe, which is open daily from 10 o'clock. We've got a restaurant, which has a full range of food offerings. We also have the members bar, which is currently only accessible for Picturehouse West End members. And within that, we also have the roof terrace, which has wonderful views across Piccadilly. And it's probably the best place to be in London on a sunny day. Another perk of being a Picturehouse West End member is the fact that we do a range of live Q&As. As part of that, we open members priority, which entails members to be the first to get tickets to any Q&As that we do here. For example, last year we did Sinners on Ultra Panavision 70 with Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. And that sold out, I think, within the hour, purely based on members priority. As well as live Q&As, we started doing some live streaming across multiple Picturehouse cinemas. Very recently, we hosted the premiere for The Christophers, which is a Picturehouse entertainment film. And we actually live streamed the Q&A to 28 cinemas across the UK. And that was done all in-house.
Sometimes Picturehouse Central receives truly exclusive film prints. Back in 2025, they screened a 70mm print of The Brutalist. Given that this film was originally shot in VistaVision, that was arguably the second best way to experience it. There was another particularly exclusive presentation shown here, and I couldn't miss the opportunity to ask Dan about it.
One of the highlights for us last year as a projection team was actually running Kill Bill The Whole Bloody Affair on 35mm. The print itself, made by Photochem in the US, and as it was one of two prints, there was a lot of importance around making sure the presentation was the best it can be. We were very fortunate that we could actually fit the entire 16-reel film on one platter. We did obviously put spacing in between part 1 and part 2 due to the intermission that was integrated within it, and that allowed us to actually keep the film in rack, already laced up. So when the 15-minute intermission was over, we could just start the film up again, and away we go. We're very much looking forward to the slate this year. We've got huge tentpoles such as Disclosure Day, the new Spielberg film, obviously The Odyssey, Dune Part 3, and there's tons of other films. Very much looking forward to showing you guys on the big screen here at Picturehouse Central.
A massive thank you to Dan and the entire Picturehouse Central team for having me and for making this video possible. I hope you enjoyed this feature. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.